Megan and Emily, they know how to run an office. The culture of our office is very relaxed, we always kind of have a vibe going on. Emily's like funny. We always tell her that we're gonna sign her up to one of these comedy shows. So it's a very relaxed environment, but they're very down to like, let's get it done. And so their team provides that. So that's, kind of why we all mesh well. I am one of the ones that gets the calls, the initial call, to where people don't know what to do or, they need direction. By being able to provide them the information and, at the end of the call, even if it's a type of case that we won't take, they appreciate it. They're like, you've been very helpful, and so that kind of gives me like a sense of like peace, because I'm like, okay, I was able to actually like either educate or, give proper information to someone so that they can move forward in finding the correct representation. Have a lot of empathy, for people, because you just never know what that person is going through on the other side of the phone. And just listening, because a lot of people, they're probably sounding already equally frustrated because of the person who they spoke with last that couldn't help them. But of course, they weren't able to provide them with information on how to move forward or what type of attorney to look for. So that's kind of always been my goal with, people that call. And my biggest thing is customer service. I always try to treat people how I would want to be treated on the phone. I've had some experiences with other companies where I'm on the phone or on hold and I'm like, oh man, I think I would have like fired this person already. You have to be able to provide, the customer service. And not only that, have some empathy for people, because you just don't know what they're going through. We can get, calls from people getting served eviction notices or having some issues at hospitals where it's like medical negligence. So we have a lot of people just needing help. Listening to people, say, that they're thankful and they appreciate being able to understand the process now. I can kind of give them a little insight of the process and, what they can expect, because a lot of people, can call and say, I want to hire a different attorney because my current attorney is not communicating with me. Specifically, like for personal injury, it can be a little overwhelming because you're injured and you're still, having to go to get your treatment. And without people finishing their treatment, we wouldn't really try to settle on a case, because we need to make sure that they're feeling a little bit better to even try to negotiate a case. A lot of people, once you kind of explain that to them and how insurances work and what can happen, then they have a little bit more understanding of the process.